Hey everybody, Zabracus here for Thirsty Thursday! Yeah! Thirsty Thursday is where I drink something and I rant about something. So tonight, I am going to be drinking Alaskan Icy Bay IPA. And I'm going to be drinking it out of my magical Goku mug. So, let's get started. Tonight, as always, I'm going to be talking about an important, life-changing subject. This is one that affects me actually pretty often, and it drives me absolutely insane. 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 I apparently can't talk and pour beer at the same time. It's a problem. And yes, I'm still sniffly. It's raining outside. I go from 80-degree weather to like 30-degree weather. It was snowing earlier today, so my body doesn't know what to do, so it freaks out and I just get sick because my sinuses hate me. So without further ado, tonight I'm going to begin speaking about fake geek girls. Now, I'm sure many of you have your own opinions on this, and they're all valid, but tonight we only care about mine. And this is all really prompted by a thing that happened to me technically last night. I was at a game store, just locally, which I do occasionally because I like games. And I was just looking through the D&D minis and seeing what new volumes are out, and I actually ended up buying this adorable little Stegosaurus because I like dinosaurs. And I figure I'll eventually play in Eberron more in D&D, where there actually are dinosaurs. So I'm totally justifying it. And otherwise, I'm just gonna have a really cool Stegosaurus mini. It's a thing. Okay. So anyway, at the store, checking out and everything, and next thing I know, there's a lovely new like D&D module that's like coming out this Friday, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is this? I didn't know anything new was coming out. I like D&D. And you know, I started asking the clerk about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's a new D&D module that's talking about, or that has like really old campaigns that they've redone to fit 5th edition and blah 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 blah, like this and this and this and Chimafors and blah blah blah. I was like, whoa, Chimafors, that's awesome, you know, because I know things and stuff. And he was seriously just like, what? A girl who knows what Tomb of Horrors is? What? No, his literal phrase out of his mouth was, most guys I know don't even know that. It's like definitely insinuating that because I'm a girl who was dressed in activewear, who I assume am relatively attractive, knew something like super geeky. So for those of you who don't know, Tomb of Horrors was one of the first D&D modules, like the first D&D module by Gary Gygax, and you end up fighting Zabracus the Lich. Yes, I know things. Really, I only know this because of Ready Player One, because that's an amazing book. So if any of you have not read Ready Player One, and you like anything geeky, you should read it. Actually, don't read it, listen to the audiobook, because it has Will Wheaton as the narrator. So, just saying, it's so great. But yeah, I just laughed it off, because it's like, whatever. I'm sure that, yes, that is not probably common nerd knowledge, but still, it really was kind of annoying too, but it's okay, it's okay. But anyway, so, essentially, because I was going into a game store and bought a Stegosaurus versus a regular type of mini and wearing activewear, I apparently am just a fake geek girl and can't actually know things and stuff. So, but this is a pretty common thing. I see it happen all the time with so many different cosplayers, including myself. There's many times when like I'll see a character that I really like, but I don't quite know a lot about them, like Spider-Gwen. So like I saw Spider-Gwen, like I was like, oh my gosh, that character is amazing. And so like for fear that people would like test me on it and freak out if I cosplayed this character and knew nothing about it, I went and read all of the Spider-Gwen comics. And then I cosplayed Spider-Gwen. Just so that I wouldn't have to deal with people being like, you're just cosplaying her just to be like everybody else. It's like, no, I'm cosplaying a character because I think she looks cool. And yes, I actually did read the comics, and no, they actually kind of sucked. But I still like how the character looks. But just in case you test me, I know my shit. Which, it drives me absolutely nuts when it happens with both sexes, but when predominantly guys quiz a girl on her geeky knowledge. Like, a girl will be talking about, like, Pokemon or Final Fantasy or just some random nerd anything, and suddenly a guy will just, usually a guy, will walk up and just be like, oh yeah? Well, what year did Mario do this exact specific action? And, like, who was the executive art director of that particular video game? Oh, you don't know that? Oh, you're a fake geek girl. Like, since when did knowing every goddamn little thing about everything become, like, a prerequisite for liking something? Like, I can like Italian food and have no goddamn idea how to make cannoli. Like, I don't know how to make it, but I sure as hell love that stuff. Am I an expert on it? No. Can I still eat it and enjoy it? Yes! So really, guys and gals, because I see it happen with gals too, can we just let nerds be nerds and not judge each other for what we may or may not know about things and stuff within our geek realm? Like, we're all nerds, we all like different things, we all know different things. Let's just let it be. Like, you do not have to be an expert on every single thing ever in the history of nerddom to enjoy something. Like, why is this a thing now? I just don't understand where this came from, and it drives me insane! And also, it seems to be a thing that simply, it's the fake geek girl stuff comes in a lot more often if the female has boobs and is attractive. Because apparently those are two things that just don't get along with being a geek or a nerd. But apparently you have to be beauty standards ugly and tiny and whatever to like things? Like, where are these stereotypes coming from? Like, do you guys really believe these Hollywood stereotypes? Because I know that's what Hollywood does, but even then, half their geeks are actually kind of really attractive. So, I don't get it. Like, I've been a geek my entire life. Yes, there were parts of my life where I had to hide it for fear of people making fun of me. So I assimilated with the normies of society. But, you know, screw them. Screw anybody who tells you that you cannot do what you like to do. You be you, and let your geek flag fly. I had to, like, burp a little bit as I was swallowing, so that was actually really painful, but it's okay. But really, these stereotypes of geeks and nerds, whether they are just fake geek girl or overly geeky guy, like, whatever it is, like, you people just need to stop. Stop. Let people enjoy things. Another thing that's relatively similar are the geeks who think that people who enjoy sports ball and other sports and being active and stuff can't be geeks simply because they're active. I'm really burpy today. I'm sorry. Anyway, like, people are not black and white. You can fit into multiple categories. You don't just fit as person who does absolutely nothing but read comics and stay in their basement and play video games. Yes, there are people who do that, but that is not every single nerd. And there are not people who only play sports and go outside and do things and whatnot. There are people who like that who exist, but they are not everybody. These things can mesh. There are people who read comics, who like comic book characters, and who play and watch sports. I know so many of them. Maybe that's an anomaly, but either way, these people exist. So stop stereotyping people. Geeks can like the outdoors. Outdoors people can like geeky things. So if like one of your like super sportsy friends is like raving about how much they like the new Avengers movie or something, like don't rag on them for just like, oh, you're just like a bandwagoner. No. Stop that right now. Let them enjoy things. Guess what? Geekdom is finally becoming popular. It is finally becoming mainstream. Who cares if you were into it first? That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. So just let people enjoy things. I'm just going to stare awkwardly because I lost my train of thought and couldn't think of really anything else to rant on about this subject. I know there's a lot more, because I'm actually very passionate about this subject. But I kind of got distracted by my own ranting. Anyway, back to the moral of the story. People can like things and not know absolutely every single tiny little thing about them. There's nothing wrong with that. Just, people can like the look of a character. And they can cosplay that character. And if they know nothing about that character, that's fine. They don't need to know anything about that character. They're cosplaying it because they like it. Eventually, they probably will get to know more about the character because they've invested time in creating a cosplay for it. So, people, stop quizzing people about their nerd knowledge. You're not helping anything. You're not helping anyone, and you're not helping yourself. You're making yourself look like an asshole. So stop it. Oh, that was really bad. That was really gross. I'm sorry. But yes, I'm a girl. I burp. Girls burp is a thing. We do it. Particularly if we're drinking beer. Yes, I drink beer. I prefer beer over cocktails. It's a thing. Again, I just apparently am against all the stereotypes. So, it's a thing. Don't shame people. Just let your nerd flag fly. Just you be you. Let them be them. We'll all get along and just have a lovely little life. Yay! Alright, I gotta go to the gym now. So you all should just have a lovely rest of your Thirsty Thursday doing whatever it is you're doing tonight. Whether that be burping, or drinking, or gymming, or gaming, or comic reading, or Netflixing. Just do it. And have fun. Bye, everybody. Oh, thank you for subscribing. If you were subscribed, if you were not, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on all the social medias down below. I'll eventually stop burping. You guys are all amazing. I'll be going to Idaho this weekend to visit some friends there. So hopefully we'll do some live streaming. Check those out on probably Facebook. It'll be good. Good times. Things and stuff in store. My next Comic-Con convention is El Paso Comic-Con at the end of April. So if you're going to be there, yay! If you're not, It's also the same weekend as C2E2, so if you're not going to be there, I understand. So it's still sad though. I'll stop sniffling one of these days, guys. One of these days. Alright, I gotta stop ranting.